Yep. Okay, welcome back, guys, to Andrew Penman YouTube. Thanks for joining me tonight on this AEBoard hill climb test. Yes, this is something I've been waiting for a while. I love this board. Look, it's been the biggest kind of change in a way to what I've been riding at the moment, having the options of the two batteries. Yeah, I'm sticking to this board like nothing. This grip tape is so glassy. Okay. Yeah, I've got two batteries now. I actually got a second battery from Ben. Thank you so much, Ben. Which means it now is a replaceable electric skateboard battery. Without two batteries, it's just a removable battery. Okay, so let's talk about this board. We saw the long range distance test. I got 17 kilometers on this battery. It's a 144 watt hour battery, not airline friendly without permission, but yeah, you probably can travel with it. Not a bad range, 17 kilometers. I'm really happy with that. Now, that was just cruising. It wasn't actually powering. I think if you really are going to be hitting at full speed the whole time, maybe realistically 15 Ks you'll get on that. The rule of thumb is whatever the watt hour is on the battery, you divide it by 10 as a rule of thumb, and that'll give you your kilometers. So in this case, 10 divided by 1.4 is 14 kilometers. That's about right. So that's what we do. Now look, this board, I've been riding it now for around about, well, let's say 5 weeks. I've done about 350 Ks on it. It hasn't missed a beat. It hasn't rattled. It hasn't made a noise. I cannot believe that I've got 2,300 people watching me. Sorry, it's getting a bit nerve-wracking. Before I had 10 subscribers, I didn't give a shit because I could just talk normally, and now I've got sort of like 2,300 people kind of maybe watching it. It gets a bit nerve-wracking, but I'm a professional, so I know what I'm doing. Okay, so yeah, so I can't believe, not just that, but how this thing doesn't rattle or makes no sound, and also how smooth these motors are. Now these motors are pretty much the generic motors that are out there, the same things on Real F1s, Wowgo 2, it is the same truck system on those particular companies as well. But for some reason, these hubs are just incredibly quiet. They are just so quiet. Like I rode on the hill climb test on the other boards, they make a bit of a whine. The old cool wheels make a real little noisy grunt sort of thing. But these things are just absolutely dead quiet. So I'm really loving it. Now, today's hill climb test, I'm anxious to do it because I did notice a bit of a concern when I rode this board at Manly Dam on the first ride, that it has amazing power on the flat. It has incredible torque. It's a low latency, low kV on these motors. That's what I'm thinking they do. I know what they're doing. I get what you guys are doing, Ben. I understand it. You've got this smaller battery, you've got the replaceable battery, you want to have that speed, top end speed, so you've actually wound that kV back. Now, it's hard to work out the kVs on the hub motors. They're a bit complex the way the calculation is, but generally they're around 70 kV, 68, 70. I've got a feeling these are about probably 60 kV. They've wound them back, so on the flat, it actually has a really nice top speed, 38 kilometers an hour, and has a nice bite. We'll talk about the ESC in a second, but it also means that then you're losing that torque, okay? So when you get to a hill, you do notice a little bit of lag on the power. You don't see the same speed up the hill as, say, a Meepo or a Viril F1. However, right? Yes! That's okay. For me, straight off the bat, I'm happy for that trade-off to have not as fast up a hill, but a longer range on the batteries, especially with replaceable batteries. So that's not a bad trade-off to me. I'm happy with that. So today, I don't know what this is going to do, so it's a bit of a mix. I'm pretty excited. Hill 3 we know is quite steep, 24%. The fastest speed up there is the Raptor at 39. We've got the Zillboard 35. The slowest speed is the Team G at 17 kilometers, which is understandable. It hasn't got the same torque. These are 500 watt motors. The Team G is 350 watt, plus it's got a LiPo battery. It's a whole different creature. But let's see where this goes today on the leaderboard on that hill, because that will determine probably not only sales and you guys wanting to buy it, but also ascertain to me that I can rely on this thing on reasonably good hills without having to get off and walk or do damage to the motors, that sort of stuff. So we'll check out Hill 3 at the end of this video, so you can fast forward to that in a second. 6.8 kilos, nice weight, nice back battery section, which means it's easy swappable to other decks. It's got a really nice truck system. I've mentioned before on my last videos, you'll see coming up here on the long range and on the first ride how much of a carving board this is. It's nice and low to the ground. It sits beautifully. It has a gorgeous deck. Yeah, I'm really happy with this. This is my now go-to. I went to the city yesterday. Do I take the Evolve? Do I take the SUV? Do I take a bigger battery situation? I took this with 2 batteries and I was able to come home with a full battery. I didn't even get to use it. So, this is some of the aspects of this kind of functionality. Yeah, USB in there for your phone charger, iPad, whatever you want. Yeah, so this is pretty. It's a pretty good idea. This is a great look. Slide-in batteries, replaceable batteries have been around for a while. But having said that, I haven't seen one that doesn't rattle. I mean, yeah, okay, the Onan, the Land Wheels are great booster systems, and they are nice. But yeah, that slide-in gives you more security. It's not going to come out or drop out. So I'm loving it. Okay, ESC. Okay, this particular board you'll see on the website comes with an option for 2 different types of controllers. When we mean controller, we mean remote control, we mean connected to the ESC. So it's one package, the speed controller remote linked together. Now Ben's offered the fact you can actually one of 2 remote choices, the remote being the one that actually connects to the S, so it's a package. Now the 2 basic ESCs in the market for these cheaper Chinese boards are the binary standard remote, which is a bitey takeoff and a very jerky brake. That's the creature it is. For an experienced rider, they're kind of fun. They have that feel of bite. You've got a bit of power. You get used to the braking, and I prefer that kind of remote on that binary Ling Y remote, I think it's called. That's what I like. Or you can option for the Hobby Wing remote, which is the new remote, which has a much more refined, low latency, smooth, linear curve, which is a lot more easier to ride. So if you're learning or coming into this market, and the warning is on this, yeah, it's better. That's my warning. If you are actually going into this for the first time, I recommend the Hobby Wing remotes and S, because they're a lot more forgiving, they're a lot more easy to ride, they're a lot more smoother, and you're not going to get thrown off, and you can brake suddenly if you're not used to cars pulling out on you, whatever. So for me, I've chosen to go for the screen remote, which I'll turn on. The screen remote is the definition on this particular board that gives you the binary, the Ling Y remote, which is the more jerky, powerful, grunty one. Having said that, this actually is extremely smooth on its takeoff, extremely smooth on its braking. So I've never seen a board that brakes so smooth or so responsive on this particular remote. So I've gone for the screen remote. If you want a bit more, if it's for your wife or a younger child, or you haven't ridden before, I'd recommend the Hobby Wing. It's without the screen, but it's a smoother takeoff and a smoother braking, and it really is a refined ride, so your mother could ride it. So look, that's what I recommend on that choice of those. So it's nice to see that AE are choosing a couple of nice suppliers to give you a sort of an all-round choice on your controllers, which are the most important part of this board. Okay, let's go to hill climbs. I'm looking forward to seeing what this can do. I haven't actually done this yet, so I'm excited as you guys to see what this actual result will be on hill number 3. We'll see in the leaderboard, we know where they all sit. Let's go now. We'll go to hill number 1, have a quick look at that, and then hill number 2 at the same time to save me coming back. And then we'll talk about hill 3, and we'll see you guys in a second. Okay, we're going to do the hill climb test number 1 on high speed, as you can see. On hill number 1, just get these cars out the way, on the AEBoard. Right, let's go. Let's test what this thing can do. Wow, it's got a nice takeoff. It's really got a smooth, ultra smooth takeoff. Yeah, that was funny. Cars, they just fly down here and they just think they own the street. Well, I own the street. Right, we're now going to do hill number 2 on high plus mode, and we're now going to do and see what the speed is on. Okay. Yep, that's a pretty good speed up there. I'm pretty happy with that. Wow, didn't lose any speed on that hill at all. No speed at all. That was insane. Jeez, this board carves well. I absolutely love the trucks on this thing. Insane. Okay, hill number 2 done and dusted. Yeah, I'm really loving this board. I'll tell you, the functionality of the extra battery is just such an asset. And yeah, I love this ESC. This ESC is just such a nice compromise between bitey and smooth. It's beautiful. Gonna juggle some batteries, but I'm not. Yeah, okay. Right, let's talk about that. That was pretty impressive. So hill 1, hill 2, great result, no problem at all. I didn't notice any sort of like, lag on that hill or any loss of power. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Those hills are just your sort of standard hills you get around, suburbs and whatever. So yeah, happy with that. Okay, let me talk a little about these urethanes too. These are a beautiful urethane. They're quite a squeegee. Most of these hub motors have quite a dense, chalky type, I don't know, that for some reason they just don't get the rear wheels right. The fronts are always beautiful urethane, but the rears seem to chip and get dry. And I'm looking at this now. This is in impeccable condition. It's still squeaky and sort of, PU feeling. It's their gorgeous urethane. So again, slide off urethanes. You can change them, $44. Same as the Variel, new magnets, new motors to a 60% increase when you replace those urethanes, and you have to worry about the performance loss of magnets over a period of time with the heat. Right. So okay. So yeah. So that was quite impressive. Now I must say that the price on this is incredible. Like they're asking $3.99, reduced from $5.99 US dollars for this board, which is really quite incredible for the build, the sophistication, the 500 watt motors, this obviously patent battery casing, slide in. Yeah, and the deck itself is one of the best decks I've seen on any budget range electric skateboard from China. So yeah, I'm really impressed with the price from $5.99 down to $3.99. It is absolutely a no-brainer. This is just one of the best buys in 2019. Now, having said that, Ben has said to me, because my subscriber count's quite good and I've got a lot of loyal older guys who purchase based on my suggestions, he's offering my subscribers another $30 off. So the link below here is SS30. Kid it on checkout, you get another $30 off US. It becomes $369, which is like, crazy, crazy cheap. So I don't know how they're doing that, but anyway, must be a small margin on that they're making. Okay, Hill 3 now, and Hill 3 is the one I'm a little concerned about. This is the one where I'm a bit sketchy on, so we'll have to see what this can do. I haven't done it yet, so I'm going to go and ride tomorrow and come back with the same outfit. So this will be a time machine warp thing. So right now I don't know what it's going to do, and I'll be back in a moment after this footage I throw to, which will actually be 12 hours later. So let's go and see what it can do, and we'll come back to the leaderboard and see where it sits. So enjoy the AE Hill number 3 leaderboard speed test, and we'll come back in a moment. Okay guys, we're here today, the hill climb test on the AEBoard. Now this is geared with a very low KV, about 55, so you're not going to expect miracles up here, but the forte is that its long distance is insane and the flat speed on a flat is incredible. So it's a very clever calculation of the motors, the way they've calibrated these. So yeah, it's going to go really well today, so hopefully we'll get some sort of idea how much power it's got. What happened? So today we'll see how this compares with the other boards on the leaderboard on hill number 3. So stick around and we'll see if this thing is got enough power to take this hill. Okay guys, we're about to do the AEBoard replaceable battery. We got on high speed there, high plus you can see, and medium braking. We'll give it a go up hill 3 and see what the record is. This is got a different torque ratio on the motors, so I'm not expecting miracles, but let's have a look. Here we go. Wow, it's got a nice smooth takeoff straight away, and we're in bare feet today. Okay. Here we go. Let's see what it can do. 11 Ks, 14 Ks, 15. Jesus, getting up here nicely. 16, and we get to 17. Get 17, we'll get 18, 19 Ks now. That's amazing. That's really impressive. Wow, 19 kilometers up there, that's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. AEBoard, well done. Incredible. Okay, let's have a look. Let's get my temperature gauge out and turn her on. There we go, you can see that's 20, I'll get the right light, there you go, 26 degrees. This is autumn, nearly winter, can you believe this? Insane in Sydney. Okay, that is 32 degrees on that one, and the other hub is 33 degrees. So yeah, that's pretty impressive. 33 and 32, so that's after riding all those hills on my weight. I'm just feeling them now. Yeah, they're just slightly warm, they're not hot at all, just slightly warm. Wow, good heat dissipation on that, so impressed, really impressed. Richie's a drone pilot and he's here doing some real estate. I've never met Richie before. It's his first time on the AEBoard. You have ridden skateboards, but you've never really ridden an electric one.
All my life, and the first electric one ever.
Okay, let's go. Let's see what you think of this. These are only $369. They're unbelievable. Okay, there he goes. First time ever on electric skateboard. There you go, killing it. It's nice to find someone who hasn't ridden an electric skateboard before and they had their first attempt at riding one, and just seeing the buzz on their faces is amazing. So Richie, yeah, never ridden an electric skateboard before. He's ridden skateboards, but not electric skateboards. So yeah, it's a great testimony to this board. Now, yeah, he's coming up here now. We'll test the braking on it. Here he comes. Wow, this is amazing. First time. It's always a hook when you get on one of these things. There he goes. There he goes. He's on fire. Shit. That's amazing to have that sort of quick ability straight away. Yeah, I've got to loosen the trucks a bit more, Richie. Yeah.
Whoa.
You got to lean forward. That's the old trick with electric skateboards. Yeah. And there's the braking. Look at that. Beautiful. What do you reckon? First time. This is unique to have someone actually have a ride on this track for the first time ever.
Yeah, for $400.
Yeah. What
$400. I'm into that.
Well, I don't sell them. I just review them. But here I am. I just review them. So Richie's just had a first time blown away. So this is the impact it has when you have electric skateboard riding. It's just, but when you start riding to the city, you go 6 city blocks and don't have to do anything.
Easy as.
Oh, awesome. Thanks, Richie. That's awesome.
Thank you so much.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're an awesome drone pilot. I've seen your drone pilot skills. That's incredible. Thanks, Richard. Yes! We made it. Okay, 19 kilometres. Well, that was the top of the hill. Right, so it's not going to break any records. It's not going to, be the fastest board up there, but it does what it needs to do. It gets up there and, yeah, okay, well, on the leaderboard, we'll have a look now and have a look where it is. But look, it doesn't have to be a Zillboard or a Raptor. It doesn't have to be, like a belt drive boosted up there. It has to just do its job and transport you up the hill. So it does it, and it does it just absolutely beautifully. So it's like floating up there because these are so quiet, these hub motors. So yeah, it did a great job. So yeah, so 19 kilometers up there, full battery, of course. If you do have a not a full battery, you may not get the same result. If you're lighter than me, you'll probably get 21 kilometers up there. I'd say 23 if you weigh about 70 kilos. That's a pretty good record. But with my weight, we're keeping it consistent with all the boards. So where does it sit on the leaderboard? Let's go to the leaderboard right now, have a look at that and see where it is. Right, you can see, yeah, there we go. Looking at the first board, yeah, obviously the Raptor's up there. Then you've got the Zillboard. We've then got the Onan 4-wheel drive. That's 6 horsepower. That's always going to be hard to beat for a hub. First hub placement on that table. We come down the belt drives, Vestar board. We've got the APSU boards, all that. Okay, where is it? It's in 12th position down there, just above the same as 1.5 cool wheel, which is a lot more powerful kind of battery and setup. So I'm really impressed. In 12th position, just sitting under the Generation 2 cool board, Generation 2. So we'll come back now. So yeah, look, that is just a great result. So Ben, congratulations on that. I think that is a really great result for what it does and for someone like my weight. So if you're a heavier, bigger rider, that is extremely good value. Yeah, I know my ratings are always up in the 9 areas, but you will see 8s and 7s from time to time. But I do handpick these boards, so I expect them to be rated and ranked pretty high in my overview ratings. So look, I think in summing up this board, it's one of the great multifunctional kind of battery change boards that you can take on overseas holidays. You can pack this in your suitcase. Those batteries are allowable, just need some permission prior for those. You can take up to 3 of those on the plane. That's 3 of those batteries, of course, on the plane with you. It's not that heavy. The length is the problem. If you could cut this in half and put a hinge system, it would be an ideal travel board. My travel board is coming. It's just the final stage of being built. So you'll see that. So look, today's rating, what am I going to give it? Okay, I'm just thinking of that right now. It's a tough one. I'm going to give it 9.7 out of 10 because although it excelled quite well, it's not as fast as what it should be for 500 watts. I get it. I know why they're doing that. They're keeping it so it's got less draw on those batteries. They're only a 144 watt hour battery. They're less draw. Therefore, you're able to get longer distance, and that's the trade-off you have. It's not as fast up hills, but on the flat, you won't notice any difference between this and a Viril, or this and a Wowgo, or Meepo V2. You won't notice any difference, but on a hill, yeah, you might notice that. That's cleverly built into the statistics of what they want this to do. So yeah, I'm happy with that. So there we go, 9.7 out of 10 for the hill climb test for the AEBoard. So just a big update on what's happening. We've done the hill climb test now. I've got no boards coming in. I've put a hold on those at the moment because I'm off to Europe, on a tour. I'll be popping into a few cities and I'll be letting people know where I am. So if you want to meet me in the town square for coffee, whatever, we have a ride. I'd love to meet some of you guys and say hello. I know I've got a lot of subscribers in Europe, which has been one of my biggest areas of interest. So that's wonderful, and I can't thank you enough, guys. 2,300 subscribers is mind-blowing. I'm not in this to make subscribers. I'm not in this to make money. I'm not in this to any fame, or I'm there because I've retired. I love doing it. I've got a bit of a niche on these cheaper boards. I can have the money to buy them, so I can buy them on your behalf and test them and say yes or no. If a board doesn't make it to my channel, it's probably because I've knocked it back, or I've tested it and I've sent it back, or I've sold it, so I don't want to put it on the channel. That's what I'm about. So the trip will be 2 months or so. Looking forward to getting over there. I'll have the Shaka board done, the folding board with the I won't tell you too much. Fits in a backpack. It's like a DJI drone. It's going to be something really sexy, James Bond, and you'll see me riding that through all the cities in Europe except for I think Germany, because I think Germany it's illegal to ride there. I don't want to get my board taken off me. So that'll be coming up my channel. The Zill board is going to be delayed a bit because they're waiting on some new undercarriage that is coming. So if you're going to think of buying a Zill board, or maybe a Lacroix board, or a Tramp, a Bill Skeleton, or maybe the new Evolve GTRs, maybe hold out. It's only about 7 weeks away. We'll have the new Zill boards. It's far advanced what's coming out of the Evolve scope. Not knocking Evolve. I've got an Evolve myself. I love them, but just remember they are 18650 batteries coming out in the new models. They are going to suffer sag no matter what that remote calibration does with a sophisticated BMS. It's not going to solve the battery sag issue, but the Zill board has and it will. 4,000 watt motors, are going to be pretty powerful. But anyway, this weekend we've got the Evolve meet in Sydney. I think the guys are coming down. We'll try and get some footage of that and have a look at the new GTR. I'll have a look at that. I'm not a big fan of the deck. You'll see a photo here of me holding up my my homemade board I made in 1974. Vietnam War was still going, and I think Evolve has seen that and they copied my design on the side with the 2 strips of grip tape. I thought of that way back in 1974. It's kind of old school. I don't know if I like the whole look. So I'd be holding out a little bit before you go with the hype of all the little functionality they put into their stuff. I'm not knocking Evolve. They're an amazing company. What Jeff's doing up in Queensland is incredible. But what this is not so much a new board from the ground up as it is spoken about. It's more of an upgrade to the original floors of the original Evolve. So, it's great, but I think you can just hold out a little bit, see what Zill's coming up with, see what a few other companies are coming out with very soon. I can't tell you too much about that. Some of the Chinese companies coming out with some really incredible, another leap again over that sort of stuff. So keep tuned. Guys, I will get a couple more videos out. There'll be the speed and sprint tests of the AEBoard. There'll be speed and sprint tests of the Vesta board SUV and of the APSU board, which are great belt drives. You've got your best all-terrain, your best belt drive street setup, and you've also got now this best hub removable battery system. So there you go, guys. I'll leave you with, if I can get my hands on these, 1.1 kilos each. I think they're actually 1 kilo. Not as light as the 800 kilos. Sorry. Okay, okay, fair enough. Grams. Lucky I'm not in the business of selling drugs. I get myself completely mucked up. Grams. So 900 grams or 1.1 kilo. Not as light as the 800 grams of the land wheel, but that's a small lipo situation. So this could be the thumbnail. Guys, enjoy. This is the AEBoard hill climb test, and thanks for chatting. Great to see all you guys. I'll hopefully see a lot of you over in Europe and eventually States next year. Thank you so much for all your support, and thanks for everything. And you made this incredible ride so enjoyable, and I can't thank you enough. And I hope I've put a smile on a few people's faces and helped people get some boards that they normally wouldn't have bought, and started people in the industry of not only electric skateboard riding, but also possibly YouTubing. I know I've started about 5 or 6 people off on YouTube reviews. I was one of the first, and 4 years ago. So to that, I'm extremely humbled and extremely blessed that I've made an impact on people's lives. Enough raving. I'm going to go, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Speed and sprint test coming, and then we've got the unboxing of the Shaka travel board, which will be available to buy. We're going to get it packaged together, and there'll be limited edition. I'll be signing them all and numbering them, and there'll be numbered t-shirts with Team Rider, Zulu. It goes on, but I'm running out of time. I'll see you guys next video. Till then, love your work. Andrew Penman. Happy skating, safe skating. I'll see you in the next video. Guys, I'm going to do a sneak speed test on high speed, let you know what this thing can do. Now let's go check it out. Okay. Wow, it's got a nice takeoff bite. There you go. That's impressive. Wow. Not sure what that was. That's quick. Just a fraction, not much, but that's, yeah, really impressive.